Little monkeys love riding buses. But a ride on the Z-Bus was the best trip of all. Because it ended at...
Welcome to Zany Island. Say hello to our new friends, Petey.
Hello.
How would you like your own, Petey?
Wow, nice, George.
There'll be adventure ahead. And here's a map to keep you on course.
Have fun.
George planned on having a great time. And thanks to his map, he wouldn't miss a thing. George and his friend rode fast rides, slow rides, scary rides, wet rides, and scenic rides. Until one by one, George, Petey, and the man with the yellow hat had ridden them all.
Too bad they don't come in yellow.
Lucky you! You got the last one in your size. We're usually out of stock by this time of day.
Oh! Avast, mateys! That be your warning shot. Zany Island be closing in 30 minutes, I say.
One more ride? So, did you have a good time today, George? What was your favorite part? Yeah, you sure had fun with Petey. Huh? Hey, where is Petey? Did we leave him behind?
Huh?
Whoa, George, hang on. Look, I know you're worried about Petey, but it's really late. I promise we'll look for him first thing in the morning, okay?
But George didn't want to wait until morning. Luckily, he didn't have to. The Z-Bus ran all night. He could rescue Petey now. Zany Island was a big place. Good thing George had kept his map. It showed everywhere he and Petey had been that day. Let the hunt for Pirate Petey begin. But George wondered where to look first. Maybe right here. It was the last day of the year, which meant George was busy putting up decorations.
Uh-oh. Streamers get away from you again, George?
After decorating, there was baking and preparing for guests.
Looks like we're all set for New Year's. You're right, George. Tomorrow starts the brand new year. Which means we'll need a new calendar. We'll tear off the last number at midnight, and you know what happens then. Happy New Year! Hey, you think you can really stay up till midnight this year, George? Well, if you want to be awake at midnight, it might help to take a nap. Okay, your choice, but you might fall asleep and miss the party like last year.
George didn't want to miss the party. So he decided to give the nap a try. But it was too bright to sleep. Finally, George was ready to fall asleep.
George, what are you... Trouble sleeping, huh? You know what my grandmother used to tell me? If you can't sleep, count sheep. Give it a try. You'll be asleep in no time.
1,
2.
George needed to count more than 1 sheep to get sleepy. Luckily, he knew just where to find some. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The sheep kept moving. George couldn't tell which ones he'd counted. If George wanted to know how many sheep there were, he could only count each sheep once. So he asked the sheep to line up. Getting sheep to follow directions was harder than George expected. If only sheep came with numbers.
George, I thought you were taking a nap. Okay, have fun with our calendar.
Now George could number the sheep as he counted them. Sheep number 1 was very friendly. It was a perfect day in the country for a hike. Some places in the country were hard to reach. But they were worth it.
Pretty good hiking for a city kid, George. We're almost there. The super secret hidden nobody but us knows about it view. Hey, I'm getting hungry. Sandwich break? Ow! I guess I'm not all right. I don't think I can walk on my leg, George. Maybe if I go slow. Ouch! That's not going to work.
George knew he needed to go for help.
Hey, thanks for the lift, guys.
You did a great job getting help for your friend, George.
I called your mom, Bill. She's gonna meet you at the hospital.
You know, I'm actually looking forward to going there.
You are?
Yeah, they have the best fruit cup I've ever tasted. It almost makes all this worth it.
Hey, George, would you like to ride in the ambulance with us?
Sure, why not?
It's the paramedic's job to give people first aid and bring them to the hospital, George.
Right. And the ambulance has all the equipment we need. It's almost like a rolling hospital.
Hey, Danny. Hey, Nurse Paula. How's it going, Barry? Hi, Trish.
Wow. You seem to know a lot of people here.
Yeah, I've been in the hospital before. Oh, yeah. Broke my arm playing chess. Met everybody.
Well, hello, Bill. What happened?
Hurt my leg.
What was it this time? Checkers?
Turkey sandwich. It's a wristband for the doctors and nurses to keep track of all of us patients.
Well, Bill, it looks like your leg is broken in 3 places.
Really?
Bill's leg looked like it was all in one piece.
You can't see the break on the outside. That's why we radiologists use an X-ray machine. It takes pictures of how you look on the inside.
George had seen an X-ray before.
That's right. There are fractures here, here, and here. What happened?
Slipped on a turkey sandwich.
Of course. I should have guessed.
George thought he'd like to have an X-ray machine of his own.
Looks like Bill's gonna need a cast so his leg can heal.
Summer days seem to last forever. You need a lot of ideas to fill them up. Like playing jingle bells on a squeaky hinge.
Face it, George. We'll never get to jingle all the way. Whoa!
That's me, all right, at the bucket toss at the old country fair when I was a kid. If you tossed a bean bag in a bucket, you got points. And the bucket.
Oh, I remember.
Oh, that's a dunk booth. Doesn't get better than a dunk booth.
You mean hitting the bullseye and dunking some poor guy into the water?
No, being that guy. What's more fun than getting dunked in a tank of cool water on a hot summer day?
Never thought of it that way.
But not that I know. I never did get dunked, but I always wanted to be.
And there it was, one bona fide, fun-filled, terrific idea for a summer afternoon.
You want to make our own fair, George? That's a great idea.
Okay, let us know if there's anything we can do.
Yeah, we can use this. We just need more buckets.
Hi, George. Are those for your fair? Okay, great. Wonder where he got all that stuff. Oh.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Here, see how many points you can get, George.
Oh! Hi, guys! What you doing?
We're building our own country fair.
No kidding! Hey, what about a boat race? I saw one at Sprouts Camp.
Ooh,
Ahoy! All hands on deck! Aye, aye, Captain! Huh? Oh, sure, of course. I was just, cleaning them. Wouldn't want dirty bath toys. Wow, looks like your fair has turned into a big project.
Water? Check. Boats for the boat race? Check. Making them go? No idea. Maybe we should forget the hose idea.
When the firehouse bell rang across the countryside, the volunteer firefighters responded. Even if there wasn't a fire.
Okay, George, I think everyone has heard it. You want to get the siren, George? What
got a doozy of a turnout for this year's Fireman's Muster Games. I hope everyone has been practicing hose and ladder work.
I must have climbed up and down to my treehouse 100 times.
Excellent. As you know, each year our town volunteer firemen face a different squad in games that test individual skills and teamwork.
And each year, something goes wrong and we lose.
George remembered that at last year's muster, things did go wrong. And got very wet.
But if we stay focused, maybe this year we'll win that trophy.
Hooray!
you
Our
bet.
turn this year.
Kids.
Looks like this year's opponents are here.
Hi, everyone.
Well, look at that.
George couldn't believe it. It was his friends from the city, Rescue Squad 86. Even Blaze.
All right. There are 3 games. Allie here will keep score. The team with the most points at the end wins the trophy. Our first game is a test of teamwork and strength. The fruit and veggie wash. Each team must build up enough pressure in these antique water pumpers to hit their red or yellow targets. That looks kind of challenging.
Very challenging.
Is this fair? Our team has more people.
No. The number of people on your team isn't as important as how you work together. The key is teamwork.
Captains, are your teams ready?
Ready?
Go!
Other side! Oh my gosh, we need people on the other side! No! Not everybody! You 4 on that side. Everyone else over here! That's it. Now pull for your lives! Quick! Faster! Steady, rhythm team! Steady! Yeah!
The red team wins!
Aw, fiddlesticks.
A bucket brigade takes teamwork and coordination. Fill your buckets, pass them down the line, and empty them down there into your trough. The first team with a full trough wins.
Want to try it, George? Full fire buckets are really heavy.
It was a special day in the country. Because tonight, everyone was coming to the Rankin's barn for a hoedown.
Hey, George!
George wasn't sure what a hoedown was, but getting ready for one sure was fun.
There we go. I tell you what, you kids don't know what you're in for. There'll be hay-rides and square dancing.
Oh, and best of all, there'll be real live bluegrass music.
What's bluegrass?
Oh, lightning-fast, foot-stomping music that'll make you want to jig. Oh, it's a hoot.
Ooh. Huh? George, do you hear that?
Say hello to the Uptown Bluegrass Band. Everyone, this is George and Allie.
Well,
Howdy.
Hi there, kids.
Howdy.
Look at all those fun bluegrass instruments, George. Like the banjo. The fiddle. The stand-up bass. And the mandolin.
And don't forget old Bo, best guitar in the world.
Of all the instruments, the guitar was George's favorite. It looked like the most fun to play.
I can't thank you enough for coming to play at our hoedown.
Well, couldn't let my old friend down.
Thanks.
Ooh,
You like old Bo?
you bet.
Well, thanks. I made it myself.
Really? Now that's a talent.
It was easy.
Huh?
Anyone can make a guitar. All you need are the right parts.
Ooh.
Speaking of guitars, are you gonna play with us tonight?
Oh, sure, I'd love to.
What?
Well, didn't you know? Your friend plays a mean bluegrass guitar.
Oh.
Yep. Here, take a strum on old Bo.
Oh, old Bo? I can't. And besides, there's still so much to be done, and yeah, my guitar's back home, and
Yeah, we'll get your guitar.
Great. Hoedown's at 5 o'clock sharp.
oh, 2 hours from now.
Okay.
Say, maybe you can help me think up lyrics for that song we were just playing.
Oh, okay.
You got it. Oh, Mr. Yellow Pants' guitar isn't all shiny like the pretty bluegrass one.
Allie was right. The guitar didn't glimmer or shine. In fact, it was dusty.
Oh, I know. Let's give it a bath. Grandma says there's nothing like a bath to make you bright and shiny.
George couldn't wait to see the man's guitar all bright and shiny,
Ooh, uh-oh.
but instead, the bath made it lumpy and peely.
Oh.
George needed another guitar for the man to play at the hoedown, and fast. And then he remembered.
Anyone can make a guitar. You just need the right parts.
George would make a new one.
Great idea, George. We'll make a new and improved guitar.
First, they needed some kind of box with a hole in it. They found lots of boxes, but some of them were flimsy, and none of them had holes. It was time for the town of Lake Wanasink to have its 100-year anniversary party. George knew 100 was a lot because he once ordered 100 boxes of donuts, accidentally. The man with the yellow hat asked George to give invitations to all their friends.
Gotta get things moving 'cause the day is almost here. This kind of thing just doesn't happen every year. Time to get the word out and you know that you can count on me. I'm gonna travel through the town from end to end, telling all the strangers and I'm telling all my friends. I'll make sure everyone in earshot will attend, yes indeed. It'll be bigger than your birthday or the 4th of July, like New Year's Eve confetti falling from the sky. Everyone will be there and we all agree that it's time to celebrate. So won't you celebrate? It's time to celebrate. So won't you celebrate with me?
planned to attend, except those who already had plans to be on an iceberg. George couldn't wait for the party.
George, we have to stop at Mr. Quint's and get the Anniversary Jubilaria.
This is the Anniversary Jubilaria. It's as old as the town. 100 years.
Ooh!
We bring it out once a year at the town's anniversary party.
1 star has been added to it every year since the town was founded.
Yeah, that's the one we just added. Number 100.
Were there really 100 stars? George decided to count them.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 stars.
But he had one problem.
Remember how to count to 100? Well, you just counted to 10, so if you count to 10 10 times, that's 100.
Ooh.
So how many stripes are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 rows. Each row has 10 stars. That's 100.
All the stars were in nice rows. All except one. George could fix that. That's when George learned how windy it is in a moving car.
Can you imagine? It took the town 100 years to complete that.
Oh, folks will go absolutely wild when they see all 100 stars on the Anniversary Jubilaria.
How wild would they go when they saw no stars? George had to tell the man about what happened.
Just the guy we need. Can you come help with the costumes?
Sure. George, do you mind staying here and helping with the Anniversary Jubilaria? Thanks.
George would need to fix the Anniversary Jubilaria himself before anyone was disappointed. A good place to start was where the stripes flew out of the car. And it was. He quickly found two. And there was a fourth. Good old Jumpy. When you live in a city, there's always excitement in the air. Monkeys love flying things. So when George heard Professor Wiseman had a plane that looked like a bird to follow other birds, he wanted to be sure to have a front row seat for the big launch. After all, some of George's best friends were birds.
You guys realize the launch isn't until later, right?
Yes.
Well, what are you going to do for the next hour?
Oh, I can keep them busy. How'd you like to help me with Bird's final trial flight?
Sure.
Okay, have fun. I'll see you in an hour.
Okay.
Why is your plane called Bird?
It's an acronym. It stands for Bird Investigation and Recovery Device.
Oh.
Why?
See up there? Birds migrate north to nest in summer, but along the way, many birds get lost, and we don't know why. Bird will track the migration and help us locate lost birds.
That is so cool.
We'll reunite them with their flock and try to fix whatever made them get lost in the first place. Bird's first mission? Follow a flock of rusty blackbirds passing over this afternoon.
Oh!
But first, you're going to help me with the last test flight. Now here's how the remote control works. To launch Bird, first push the green button to start the engine. Push the joystick up to make Bird go up. Move the joystick left to make Bird go left. Then push the yellow switch up to activate the automatic pilot so that our computer can talk to Bird and Bird can talk back to our computer. Then our computer can fly the plane. Gentlemen, prepare for takeoff.
Roger!
Okay, I'm going to push the green button to turn Bird on. Oh dear. I must be doing something wrong. Hello, Einstein? This is Wiseman. Bird isn't initiating properly.
Did you hit the on button?
Well, of course. I'm a scientist. I do what the directions say.
Maybe some of the wires came loose during the transport.
Roger, stand by for inspection. How odd. Hold this for me, will you, Marco? George, can you take the remote?
Sure.
Oh, sounds like all systems are go.
Oh! Whoa! Come back here!
Or maybe not.
It shouldn't be able to do that. Scrub mission! Scrub mission!
How'd you start the engine?
George didn't know. Normally, if you hit off, things didn't turn on.
George, push the joystick up and fly Bird over the banner.
But instead of going up, Bird went down.
That's an even better idea. Push the joystick down and bring Bird in for a landing.
But instead of going down, Bird went up.
Not up, George. Down, down, down.
He is pushing down, down, down. It's going to crash into the tree. That was a close one.
There was trouble at Professors Al Einstein and Tony Pizza's Space Center, and they hoped they could help.
The space rover needs to roam Mars taking pictures and gathering rock samples. See there? But the control stick.
It works at first, but we have trouble whenever it reaches the sleeping monkey.
How? I didn't notice him go. How can we communicate with him?
There's only one way, and it's through that door.
George? George? The Mars yard is supposed to be exactly like Mars. There are no monkeys sleeping on Mars.
George knew the man was right because he'd been learning all about Mars. He'd learned things like Mars is called the Red Planet because its soil contains red iron.
Sorry. George was so excited about seeing the Mars rover launch, he couldn't sleep at all last night.
I'm afraid there's not going to be a launch if we don't solve this problem. It's stuck again. Well, but why?
Are you chewing gum?
Oh, how impolite of me. Anybody want some? Spinach and broccoli flavor? Ooh, yum.
Now, you know there's no gum chewing in Mission Control, Einstein.
Sorry, pizza.
We go through this every day since he discovered that new flavor.
Gum's allowed in here.
We must figure out what is causing the rover's controls to stick or cancel the launch.
Well, since Mars is very different than Earth, is it possible the controls wouldn't stick there? You're wondering about Martian gravity?
Mars has lower gravity than Earth does. You'd be 3 times stronger there.
Ooh.
If the pull of Earth's gravity is causing the sticking, it might not stick in Mars' low gravity.
That's true.
But what if it does still stick?
George wanted to help, but he was tired.
When the rover sticks, we can get it going again by giving it a good push.
If only we could send someone to Mars to push it.
Nothing puts a monkey to sleep like a lot of grown-ups talking.
Wake up, George. It's time to go.
George had slept through his whole visit.
You don't want to go?
If he doesn't want to go to Mars, we can't make him.
It's time to go to Mars, but if you don't want to go...
Ooh, ready to be the first monkey on Mars?
It's an important mission, George. If the rover sticks, your job is to give it a good push.
Yep, we're going to Mars together.
3, 2, 1, liftoff.
We're going to Mars!
To a curious monkey like George, each morning meant a new surprise the moment he stepped outside. Some mornings, he didn't even get that far.
Oh, hey, guys. Meet Goliath. He just moved into the building. His owner has a guest who's allergic to dogs, so Goliath is helping Hundley and me in the lobby today.
If you called blocking the elevator helping,
Oh, a delivery. Wow, look at all the packages.
It's new lights for the hallways.
Let's store them in the basement until the electrician comes. Oh, Hundley, could you get that?
that was not a chew toy.
Thanks, Goliath. Hello?
Goliath could reach really tall places. Hundley wondered if the doorman's job would be easier with someone like Goliath. He could put mail in the high mailboxes and take it back out again. He could call elevators. He could probably even put the star on top of the Christmas tree.
No problem. Bye. Thanks, Goliath. That Goliath sure is a big help, isn't he?
He sure is.
It was true. The doorman did want a taller door dog. George wondered what would cheer up Hundley.
Maybe he'd be happier if he were tall like Goliath. Hey, I know how we can make Hundley taller. Stilts! I had a pair when I was little. They're fun. Here, Hundley, you try.
Then George realized dachshunds couldn't use stilts. They didn't have hands to hold on to them.
If only they made stilts you didn't have to hang on to.
What do you know? They did. All George needed were dog shoes with platform soles.
Making Hundley taller is harder than I thought.
Marco was right. Maybe they could find another way to make him taller to cheer him up.